Hi all, welcome to Invest with RJS. In today's video, we will see 6 simple steps to identify fundamentals of a strong stock. Like whenever you get a stock, most of the people won't be knowing how to do a fundamental analysis of it. So for that purpose, we have coming up with this video where we can identify the stocks with the which is fundamentally strong. So for that, currently we are using a screener website. So in that website we can get the it is screener.in. So here we will get all the details about the companies. So the fundamental analysis is actually a very difficult topic to be mastered, but this is just for a beginner. Like if they are not able to understand how fundamentally good stock is doing, there are 6 simple steps to identify. So if you are not able to identify fundamentals of a stock, this is the video for you. Okay, so there is also blog written on this by us, so just go through it. It is very simple. And first thing is long term chart. So whenever you see any shares, you just type the share name here. Once you type in the share name, it will appear like this. You select any of that, and then you can see that we will get the chart of it. So if you see that the chart should be for 5 years, 10 years, it should be always in the uptrend. There can be small things which can come down, but that does mean that the company is going in the uptrend only. So that gives us a positive sense of it. So is there any other example for not doing it? So I just took example of IEX. So these two companies are not any suggestion or anything from us because we are not SEBI registered. This is just for an example. So if you see here, if you see the 5 years or 10 years chart of IEX, we can see that it from till here to here it was very good, but then it again came down. Now again it is trying to go up. So is this company bad? No, we cannot say that. But is it fundamentally so strong that we can invest in such a way that we can sleep peacefully? No. The reason because there will be a more of volatility in the stock. If you see here, it is if somebody invested in 295 even for a longer term, so December 2021 till now, it's been 3 years, it is not in profit. So that is a problem. So that is why it should always be in the longer terms, longer durations, it should be in upper trend only. Let me try just give one more which I was studying. So this is one of the stock. If you see here, this is 1 year, this is 3 years, this is 5 years, this is 10 year chart. If you see here, this is in uptrend. So this is one of the indication for us that yes, this is in a it is fundamentally strong. So let's see whether it will go through the all the other 5 parameters. So first one is very simple. You can see that in the longer duration it should go up. Then quarterly profit and yearly profit. So just come down, and if you see there will be a quarterly result. Just see the net profit. It should always be in increasing fraction. Okay. So there is a catch here. I'll let you know. You see that there should be in net profit should be always increasing. If you see here it is always increasing. 527, 798, 35, 913. Again it started to dip here. It again increased. So again increased March, June. So in this case you see that is this a cyclic stock? So what do you mean by cyclic? If you see the Titan, Asian Paints, these kind of stocks will actually do good in like end of the year. The reason because the results of the like in festival season results will come in the December time, like the end of the year, so that their result will be good. In the other quarters, their result will be median only. So that is the reason. So even with respect to Titan, currently it is not doing good with the results. So that is the reason. Just we have to make sure of it. Let's see. So with respect to net profit of a yearly, just check. It is 974,21333. See, this is where the stock is now. It is in consolidation phase. Titan. The reason because March 2024 it was 3. So it is still till even now it is on the same range. So profit is not gaining gradually. So that is the second step. Let's check for Narayana Hridayalaya quarterly result. See, this has done good now. It is increasing. It should be increasing always. Yearly also it is increasing. That is good. So these two done good now. So quarterly profit and yearly profit, even if it is matching it, no, then also it is fine for us. Like if it is like 790 and again previous year also it was 790, then that is good. But once like it goes for like a very lesser amount, then that is where we have a problem. That is where we have to keep an eye on the company, why it has done bad. So I'll tell you how we can see what bad went with the company and all later part of it. So this is the second step: quarterly profit, yearly profit. Then shareholding pattern. This shareholding pattern will inform you that whether the share is in safer hands or is it in the retailer hands. If you see here, take any share. So if you think that like most of the times FI's stake will provide us the direction of the stocks. What is direction? Direction means whenever FIs are increasing the stake, that does mean that FIs also think that this stock can do good for this quarter or this year. Whereas FI stock less can give an idea that this stock is gonna do bad in this quarter. So be cautious with that. And the promoter holdings. So promoter holding, if that get increased, that does mean that they are confident in their own stock and they are also buying it. Whereas if it is constant, then that is well and good. Like in this case, it is 52.90. Whereas DIA stakes actually not gives much importance. The reason because they do the balancing work. Like if FIS removes 1% stake, then they'll try to buy more. If FIS removes some stake, like adds more stake, they actually withdraw their stake. So that is the reason. So think about the FIS stakes and what is a public stake. When more number of publics involved, that is where there will be some caution needs to be done, because if anything news comes to the stock with respect to penny stock and other things which are very dangerous option, that we will do a video for that, why we cannot have a penny stock in our portfolio where our capital gets stuck. We have a practical example of it as well that will cover in the next videos. So kindly check for the shareholding patterns. FI stake more means you can get the guidance. Now if you see that December 2023 FI stake was 18.89, then they increased into 19.01 thinking that can do well, but Titan results were not good, so again they removed it. So that is where we can just observe and identify. Okay, so shareholding pattern, and then the PE ratio and the median PE ratio. See, PE ratio, and it depends on sector to sector. So ideally one can do such a, mainly people will see price to earning ratio in such a way that if it is more than 50, then in a overbought situation, whereas less than 50 it can be purchased. But there is also another opinion that if you are buying stock for 10 years, 15 years, in any case of PE, you can buy and you can hold it for longer terms. But the other opinion is whenever you study the fundamentals of a stock, and if the stock comes below PE ratio of 50, you get an entry and then keep it for longer period like 10 years or 5 years. So, and mainly the thing is we cannot always uh, go with this P ratio of it. So by whether it should be less than 50 or more than 50 or something, because some of the sectors it will always be greater than 50, like which is in trending sectors, like now it is a renewable energy or the government sectors, you cannot get an entry in that because it's already overbought. So for that people will go for a median PE. What is a median PE? If you see here, just in the same chart which you are seeing in the screener, just go to the PE ratio. If you see here, the PE ratio of average, median PE ratio for this is here 46.7. This is average 46.6. This is average. So if it is comes near to it, almost people try to buy this. This is also being done. So this also one of the way to identify the stocks. So these are actually looks like uh, difficult, but if you see that this is a one of the simple way. We just go to the screener, first see whether the trend of the stock, and the same time you can check the median PE of it, come down, quarterly result, just see whether it is in the ascending order or the descending order, or is it just matching. Same with the quarterly result, and then the last part of it, compound sales, profit and CAGR. So this is the main thing. So if you see here, if it is in sales growth, you have to see what is the sales growth. If the sales are increasing, then it's one of the good thing because company is still running. That gives you a identification that company is still running because sales are increasing. If it is decreasing, then we have to identify the reason. Then if you see this is in 2 digit, at least more than 15, this is more than 15, then that's good stock to be identifying it. We can see there are many stocks like KPA Green or something which is actually given more than 100%. So that is also fine, but that is also like from penny stocks to multi-baggers it has become. So well, identifying penny stocks initially, that is a very dangerous thing to buy for a beginner. So those we will cover how to study those companies as well. So and then the main part of it is like when to enter, when to exit. So whenever you get a company which is already in 15% higher circuit, now for an example Ola Electric, it is almost given 100%, and it is well and good. Whoever has an entry or the whoever has an IPO, who has studied the company and took entry in the company, well and good. But if you see that the company is not yet profitable, so in longer run, company can give you success only when company become profitable. Otherwise, how much ever it goes up, if you are not booking the profit, it will come down the same way. So that is where we have to be very cautious. So if you are studied the company and you are there for it for next 5 years, 10 years, then you can enter anytime after studying the fundamentals. Otherwise, you need a technical analysis for a company so that you can enter and get out in within 1 week or 1 month or 2 months. So this is done or called as short term or swing trades, or sometimes there are different types of trades like position trades. So all those things we'll cover in the technical analysis. So fundamental is actually for longer run, technical is for shorter terms. So now comes the point where, like, what if, how to study a company and how to identify why company is done bad in this quarter, what is happening with the company. So all those things are like we have just mentioned over here, that we have to go through the company con calls or the company details. So what is a con calls? Con call is a conference call which will happen, and the company will answer the questions of our shareholders. So that document also we will get it. Once we get that, sometimes some companies won't provide it, so that those companies is very difficult to identify. We have to read through the financial reports or the expert opinions, like brokerage firms opinions. So all those things we have to identify. Otherwise we have to go for a company which are providing these details only. That how to read the reports and financial things are like advanced one, but for a beginner to identify whether the company is doing good or not, these are the 6 steps. They can just try once, try practicing, and start studying. Thank you very much.